Martine at Lotus Blossom Clinic, and we're here with an update because we've been following specifics of what's been going on in China. This is where the COVID-19 virus first began, and this is what we've been watching to see what's happened. Because we are in Chinese medicine and this happened in China, we were exceptionally interested. We've been able to find data online that have been very good. We'll be showing you some in the next part of this video when I bring Dr. David Martine, Doctor of Oriental Medicine, acupuncture physician in the state of Florida. But for now, just know that there are dashboards out there, the first one having been Johns Hopkins dashboard of the world coronavirus COVID-19 outbreaks, and it's an amazing picture to see. So the story here is one of change. Changes that can be good, changes that can be bad, things that can come back around. The change that I'm speaking of is when this hit Wuhan, China, there was very little Chinese medicine involved. In essence, what's happened in China is they have mostly westernized their hospitals. They have some integrative medicine hospitals, and they have a few traditional Chinese medicine hospitals. But in Wuhan, the epicenter of this, it seems to have been mostly just Western medicine hospitals. And they were not doing very well with the situation. Someone in the Chinese government determined that they wanted to have the traditional Chinese medicine practitioners come in and take a look at the situation in the pneumonia ward in the main Wuhan hospital. They pulled in experts from two areas, Beijing and one other outlying region, and they came in on January 29th into this hospital ward. They were shocked at what they saw. People barely had, in fact, no, they didn't have any energy to moan. They were that far gone. The next day, they gave them Chinese traditional medicine, herbs. The following day, 24 hours later, they came in and saw a whole different sight. People could speak 5 sentences without wheezing. Some of them were still in bed, but were being given Qigong exercises in their beds to begin movement, probably just some arm movements. In any case, this was a huge change from 24 hours earlier. So we began paying attention. We discovered that a leading herbalist in the United States of Chinese descent, born in California, his name is Dr. John Chen. Dr. John Chen, 20 years ago, rewrote the Chinese herbalist Materia Medica. He and his sister rewrote that. So this is a man who knows a lot about Chinese medicine. But first he was trained as a pharmacologist, U.S. Western medicine, pharmacy medicine. This man is trained in both sides. He speaks both languages of medicine and languages of the spoken word equally. He is a bridge, and he is a leader in the Chinese medicine community. And on the 17th of March, he gave a talk that we saw. So we understand more about what's been happening over there, exactly what medicines they have been using, and he has given guidance to the practitioners here in the U.S. There are essentially 3 phases of treatment. There's preventive medicine. There are different levels of treatment once the disease process is in place, particularly the pneumonia. And third, the recovery stage, because people who have had the pneumonia have lasting damage typically, and they need to have some recovery herbs to regenerate the lung tissue and the qi, which is the word for energy, in their bodies. They've treated 60,000 people now since the 30th of January. Today, as I speak, it is the 29th of March. But just to back up a moment, when they first went into the hospital, the first day they gave the herbs was on January 30th. And on the 10th of February, the Chinese government mandated that all COVID-19 sufferers and all personnel working in hospitals were to receive traditional Chinese medicine through the herbal formulas. And although I'm not here to tell you all of the ins and outs of that, I'm just here to mention that our guidance right now is to help people in the prevention stages, which we can, and there are herbs that have been used over there that we have that are helpful in the prevention. And then we will be helping in the recovery end as well. And certain hospital systems here in the US may indeed be collaborating with Chinese medicine herbal practitioners to incorporate some of the totally powerful herbs that have turned lives around, beginning as quickly as within 24 hours. And now I'm going to bring in Dr. David Martine. He is going to share some of the data with you that is available to us to see online regarding what's happened in China. So, Dr. David? All right. Here is on the screen, and we'll just say where this is from. This is from ourworldindata.org/coronavirus. And this is also from the it's from the European CDC, latest situation update worldwide. So Dr. David, what are we looking at here?
What we're looking at is a chart of the deaths. They're not all the same in time. They're from when the country experienced their first 5 deaths.
That they were reported on January 22nd.
Well, that was for China.
Yes.
But not for other countries. They were later. So this is not all the same in time. But after the first 5 deaths, the death rate over time in days is plotted. You see what China has done is this big curve here. That's the China curve. So China looks like it's leveled out. It looks like for the past 20 days, they have pretty low death rate. Their death rate is pretty low. The America has this death rate, the green line here, and it's still rising. That's the United States. And so we're still doubling according to this chart, every 3 days, our death rate's doubling. And people were interested in South Korea, they were said to be evening out, but really it looks like they've got a slope, so it's still not evened out. They're still increasing pretty good. And so I don't think that they're done yet. They're still increasing. So the thing that I think that is interesting about this chart is that China did something, and we know that they started mandating herbal remedies. Oh, long about this time frame, I think into this thing about 15, 20 days. Then after that, the curve started to diminish, and the number of deaths diminished. So that's I think that's the key data here.
And how many people are in China?
About 2 billion people.
2 billion people. How many are in the U.S.?
I think we're about 350 million.
Okay, so we're significantly smaller than China.
Yeah, we're significantly smaller in population, but our death rate is actually surpassing China now.
And we're just really hitting a stride with it.
Yeah, and if we don't do something, our death rates won't level off. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
So we need to do something. And we're, of course, in Chinese medicine, we're recommending that people use some Chinese medicine to help curb that death rate. And we can do it for prevention, using some herbs to help prevent you from getting the coronavirus. If they did and put the herbs in hospitals, then maybe they could slow down the rate of people, getting sick in hospitals. So that remains to be seen whether our hospitals will make a change like that. And then recovery is not registered here because people they're alive. They're probably not going to die. They may have some damage from the virus, some damage to the lungs.
Okay, very good. All right, well, thank you for that update, that report on what's going on in China. Very interesting story. Thank you. You can contact us, Lotus Blossom Clinic. Our phone number is 239-277-1399. Any final words, Dr. David?
Stay safe.
Stay well.